Killian, this Rathkeale side came down from senior a couple of years, or last year, looking to bounce straight back up. It's a big task and a big ask of a team to come back out of a very, very competitive intermediate football championship.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think this year, on the back of the relegation that Rathkeale suffered last year, it's also a new team as well. Like, we were very young. There's a big turnover of players. Now, fortunately, I was involved with Rathkeale minor team the last couple of years, and I teach in the school there. So a lot of the younger lads I've been able to bring through from coaching them previously. So I think for us to get to the final this year has been really, really positive. When you consider that, I think the average age of the team is about 21, which is very, very young. And as you said, to come through in a very competitive intermediate championship to get to a final, we're very happy with that. But obviously, we want to get over the line against Galbally next Sunday.
When Rathkeale did come down from senior, you know, Adair came down from senior, but people could still see a lot of potential in that side. Seeing what yourself when you came down, it wasn't the kind of the relegation at the end of the road where you're going, where do we go with this team? Even though you came down, a lot of potential, a lot of hope that team will come back.
Yeah, like I can see it that way as well. But like, I mean, for every Adair that goes down and comes straight back up, there's maybe St. Senans that spend maybe 5 or 6 years in intermediate, and that can be the case because it is such a dogfight down there. And that's the same, I think, at the intermediate level in any code in any county in the country. So, like, for us to put ourselves in the position to come straight back up for it is very, very good. And I think when you add in as well the fact that it is a totally new team to what maybe Rathkeale would have had the last few years, I think it just puts into perspective what can be achieved with this group of players, particularly when they have such a young age profile. But again, we're not waiting for 2 or 3 years for that to happen. We want it to happen this Sunday coming.
I know you say you're not waiting for 2 or 3 years. How do you, I suppose, get that point across to some of the younger lads that, you know, this is a chance to get back up to senior ranks? They don't come along that often. You don't want to fall into the trap of being an intermediate club. How do you get that across to them without, I suppose, putting too much pressure on?
Yeah, that's kind of it's something you have to do as a manager. You want to try and keep expectation. You want expectations to be there, but you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself either. But I mean, I think I've been very fortunate in that, like, the vast majority of these lads I've had from under 12 and 13 in school, and they've worked their way up through the school system with me, and also to have them for 2 years at minor level as well. It's been fantastic for me and for them, I think, because we know each other inside out now. They know what I expect from them, and I know what to expect from them as well, and it's worked very well so far. And I mean, because the intermediate can be that kind of difficult middle group whereby it is, you can just as easily struggle as be successful. Like, we were very fortunate to play Division 1 League football this year, and that's kind of stood us in good stead because we're playing competitive matches against teams that are playing at senior championship level, and that's helped us come along as well and just keep momentum going. So expectations we've been able to keep them in check because we've been just taking it one game at a time, and that system has worked for us so far this year. And we just hopefully that the next game is next Sunday against Galbally, and hopefully we can do whatever it takes to get over the line again.
So take us forward to Galbally and county final day, and I suppose for yourself, what is going to be the message to your team heading out there on that final day?
Well, I mean, like, I'm sure that Rathkeale were talked up by a lot of people around the county in terms of that they'll come straight back up. But I mean, Galbally are coming from losing the final last year. Like, they surely are highly motivated to try and get out of intermediate as well. So if we were spoken highly to start the year, like, I mean, Galbally have to be spoken highly of as well. They're experienced. They're a team that has serious fight and battle in them. So it's going to be, it's going to be a very, very tough game, and it'll be up to us to try and stay with them and cope with whatever they bring to the table, and also hopefully we can put our mark on the game as well and try and play the football that we want to play. And if we can do that, I think that we put ourselves in contention. And then look, a final is all about winning. How you do it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. So look, we've no illusions about what Galbally will bring. They're going to be extremely motivated to try and to get out of intermediate ranks as well.